Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. If you're new here, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. It really helps me out and you never want to miss a video of mine. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about why sand is so important for hamsters. I do want to put a little disclaimer before I start this video, or basically apologizing for it is raining out. I wanted to film a video outside since I really like filming around this time of year, since you get to see the beautiful fall leaves, and I like the weather. It is raining out, so I'm sorry about that. If you don't like the noise, I can't really do anything about it. So I just want to apologize before anyone gets annoyed by that. I also do want to say I do have a piece of paper just so I can remember what I'm saying. I obviously do know all this information. I just want to make sure I'm on track and I get the points across that I need to get across. So if you ever see me looking down, that's why. But let's get into the video. There's many reasons why sand is so important for hamsters. In this video, I'll be answering the question of why it is so important. The first main reason is it's their way of cleaning themselves. As though hamsters do groom themselves really well, and that's mostly their main way of cleaning themselves, sand is their bath. Since hamsters cannot bathe in water, this can be very damaging to their oils, their scent marking, and their fur. Baths can also be very stressful for hamsters. This can cause wet tail. Now, wet tail is not from your hamster being wet, it's from the very stressful situation from the baths. Wet tail is only caused in young Syrians, and that's why pet stores give off the wrong information. This can be very bad thing for young minds taking in these young Syrians and putting them in water. It can be very stressful. Like I said, wet tail is not caused by water, it's caused by stress. So this can happen even if you haven't bathed your hamster. Also, when you think of a bath, you think of cleaning your hamster, so not just putting them in the water. You put on shampoos and conditioners, and these can also be very bad for your hamsters. Not only their fur and their oils, their natural oils, it can be bad for them to ingest it, since no, you're not putting it in their mouth. They're going to clean themselves after the bath since they're wet, and that can go into their body, which can be very harmful for them. That's why sand is very good for hamsters, since most hamsters are pretty well groomed, but there are hamsters like robos out there that they get very greasy and oily, and the sand can smooth that out and can fix that grease and stuff that the hamster has. Since there is parts of a hamster's body that they cannot groom themselves, sand is really good for them to roll in and get all in their body, their fur. Now, I would say in a basic care information video, I would add sand, since it is a very important thing to a hamster to have, since it is their bath. It's also really good to have textures in your hamster's cage. Instead of only having wood hides, you should maybe do plastic if they don't chew. You should maybe do different textures, so have aspen, a wood bedding that is only safe wood bedding. You should have paper bedding, you should have dirt, you should have sand. Now, yes, each one of these things has a special thing, just not only for the texture, but towards the hamster, but adding, burrowing, having the burrow stay good, dirt, good texture for them to dig in, and then also sand, very good for their body, their fur, and their oil. Sand is also a great thing for your animal's cage as well, because they do like to poop and pee in it. It usually acts as their litter. Some hamsters don't use it as a litter, but other hamsters just naturally use it as a litter, and it's super easy to clean. All you have to do is a sifter, and you can get all the bedding, all the poop, all the pee out of it. It's really easy to clean pee because it clumps together, and it's just one of my favorite things about my hamster Elliot's, because he only pees in his sand, so it's super easy to clean out. I also wanted to add in sand you just don't get from the beach and then put it in your hamster's cage. Now, there is also definitely other ways to get sand than just the beach. I actually less recommend getting it from the beach. I want to put this in real quick. Please do not get your sand from the beach. There are lots of people on that sand. There's lots of fungus growing in it, and I'm not sure even if baking it will make all that fungus go away. Don't even know why I put in the idea of getting it from the beach, since it's a really bad place to get it from. I personally did get mine from there's like, I don't know, I just randomly saw sand on the train tracks, and I baked it, sifted through it, and it was perfectly fine. So maybe you could try and look at your train tracks if you're trying to get sand for free, but please do not get it from the beaches unless it's a very unpopulated area, and if so, try and go in places that people are not walking on, because there's a lot of fungus at the beach, and a lot of unsafe things at the beach if you're going to be getting your sand for your hamsters. Also, real quick, sand is usually pretty cheap. I know that people get it from Home Depot for like $4. When I first got sand, got it from online, and it was like $23 for a 50-pound bag, which then I realized that a lot of people were getting it for like $4 and stuff. And I went to Lowe's and I got a $4 bag of sand. The sand was really, really crappy when you baked it because it turned very fine. So I'd really recommend getting the children's play bag, and I'm pretty sure it's a white bag. So just look out for it before you buy it, just to make sure it's good. But I hope you have a good time trying to find sand. Hopefully it's not hard for you to find sand than buying it or anything like that. But do make sure that you bake it for at least 15 minutes, as long as it gets all those fungus and everything that might be building up into that sand. And also sift it for rocks, because you do not want too sharp of a rock in that sand, since it can cut your hamster. I have made a video on baking sand and making sure the sand is safe for your hamsters. All you have to do is put it in the oven and then sift it to make sure there's no rocks in it, which most of the times there is no rocks in it. It's just a cautious thing, and also there might not be any fungus in it, but it's also a cautious thing to do. So I hope this video helped at least one person. This is why sand is very, very important for your hamster to have in the cage. I would totally recommend it if you are looking into getting a hamster. It is, like I said, really good for their fur. Everything about it is a very good thing for a hamster, and it is something that I would recommend having in your cage. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys all in my next video. Bye guys!